Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure coming your way once again. For those who have been joining me, I say a very big thank you. Those who have subscribed, thank you so much. And for those who have been sending us questions and comments and encouraging us, we say thank you. We are very grateful to God for opportunities like this, where we come your way with interesting but educative sessions on how we can stay healthy. I'm sure you've realized that we are now talking about diet, which means that it's not just for the pregnant woman or for somebody who wants to be pregnant, but for the whole family. And the last time I shared with you how to prepare green plantain porridge. People reached out and they were wondering whether it was tasty. You can prepare it to your taste. Some people would like to add sugar. Others would like to add honey or anything that you can add to make it sweet for you. But if you are the type who can go without the sugar, then I encourage you to do that. And if you have tried it, share with me what you think about it. How did it taste like? And did you like it? Will you try it again? Don't just feel the taste, but also remember that it is very healthy for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about nutrition because it is a very important aspect of our lives. There are billions of adults who are malnourished. Yes, somebody might think that only children become malnourished, but no, adults can become malnourished, and there are several reasons why. Either the person doesn't have what he or she needs or has too much of it. Whichever form it is called malnutrition. And it's very, very important because the World Health Organization has recognized that a lot of deaths in children under 5 are actually also related to their nutritional state. So it's important that we know what to eat to help us stay healthy, whether we are children or adults. And for that matter, it's important for adults to know what type of food is good for the person, so that as they eat the food, they can also feed their children with the food. My name is Dr. Linda Van Mutu, and this is the Online Pregnancy School. It is always a pleasure coming your way with sessions that are educative and helpful for us. And today, I'm going to focus on another food recipe, something that we can prepare at home and enjoy. And I hope that you will try this and give me your feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to talk about cabbage and carrot fritters. Fritters because it's kind of flat and I fried it. So at the end of the day, you'll see how it looks like. You can try it at home and give me your feedback. I'm not going to talk about the carrots today, the benefits of carrots. I'll do that probably in another video, but today I'll focus on the cabbage. So cabbage and carrots fritters. I'm sure a lot of us have seen cabbage wherever we are, and there are various varieties. You can have the green, you can have the white or purple. But for those of us in most of the places, I'm sure we know about the green ones. But here I'm just sharing with you that we can also have the mauve ones and then the white. There are different varieties depending on where you are. Probably when you go to the market, you find different types, but I'm going to talk about the green one today. It's easily available around the world and can be used in various forms and dishes. Some people even grow their own cabbages at home, and that is very good. Whether you have a farm or you have a container, you can grow your own cabbage at home and use it in the way that you have been using it, but also add what I'm going to share with you today. Cabbage is low in calories, but it is full of vitamins and minerals. And I told you from the beginning that there are a lot of people around the world who have malnutrition. Some of them have deficiencies or low levels of vitamins, less than what they need for them to grow well. And others lack what we call minerals, which are also needed for the body to function well. So cabbage is one of the things that you can add to your meal to get some of the vitamins and minerals that you need. Now, these are some of the health benefits. As I said, it is high in fiber, so it is good for the digestive tract. We know that as a human being, you have to be emptying your digestive tract. You have to be visiting the toilet, going to toilet, because that is a way of getting rid of the things that are inside that are not good for the body. And so when you have food that is high in fiber, it helps to do that. It helps to push the stools out. So cabbage is one of those things. It is low in calories. So for people who are looking at maintaining their weight and all that, that would be good for you. And it is also found to be very high in antioxidants. And these antioxidants fight what you call the free radicals and reduce stress on cells. The cells keep us healthy. They keep us informed. So if there's anything that is fighting the cells, then they are damaging these cells and leading them to become damaged. And that is not good enough. And cabbages have been found to have high levels of antioxidants, which help us to fight these free radicals. They've also been found to contain a substance that protects the red blood cells. We know that blood is very, very, very important in the human being. It helps with movement of nutrition and other things, the oxygen we take in, a lot of things throughout the body. We need the blood to take action so that we stay healthy. So this is very important. And then one interesting thing that I found is that the leaves can be used to reduce pain and swelling for mothers who are breastfeeding and have breast pain, have swelling as well. Maybe because of the way they are feeding their babies or for whatever reason, the breast become engorged, and engorged breast can be very painful. And it's been said that studies have shown that you can use the cabbage leaves to put on the breast, and this will help to relieve the pain and the swelling. So if you're a pregnant woman and you have this challenge, you can try it. It's just a natural thing. You put it there, see whether it will help you, because this is what has been found. So let's try and see whether it helps. Now, in terms of what cabbages contain, there are a lot of them. And one of them is the B vitamin. And B vitamins play an important role in cell metabolism and red blood cell formation. I told you earlier that cabbages have been found to contain some chemicals or some substances that help with red blood cell formation. And they have vitamin B. And we know that we have different types of vitamin B. So this is a complex. The vitamin B is found in cabbage, and it helps in the cells' work, how the cells that do their work and how they manage things that come to them and all that. That's the metabolism. So it helps to do that. It's also been found to contain vitamin C. Yes, it's not just oranges or lemons or the things that we know that contain vitamin C, but those who have worked on finding out what cabbages contain have found that they contain vitamin C. And vitamin C is useful for the cells again. It helps with immunity. I'm sure a lot of us know that during this pandemic, people have been moving up and down looking for things that contain vitamin C so that they can boost their immunity because of the COVID and other infections. It's also seen to help with hormone function. When we spoke about pregnancy, we talked about hormones. They are very, very important chemicals within the human being. And vitamin C helps with the functions of hormones. They are also good with the skin, the eyes, and the bones. as well as blood vessels. And in fact, they've also found that it even helps when people have anxiety. So if you're out there, you are feeling so anxious about a whole lot of things, it will be interesting to include cabbage in your diet and see how you feel like when you have eaten this. But we cannot say that the amount of vitamin C in it is the total that you need for the day, because you may not be able to eat so much of it, but it contains some vitamin C. So if you include this in your diet, it will be helpful. You'll get some vitamin C from that. Another important vitamin that cabbages have been found to contain, vitamin K. And vitamin K helps with blood coagulation. If somebody has a cut, the person is bleeding and all that, and even in young children, when they are born, they are given this to help blood to clot so that the person will not lose so much blood. So it's found to contain vitamin K, which helps with blood coagulation and also calcification of bone, which means that it helps to make the bone stronger. And interestingly, it's also been found to relieve women who have menstrual pain, relieve them from that pain. So now we have found two things for the breast and also for the menstrual pain. So if you are somebody who has been suffering these pains, you may want to add this to your diet and see how it works. This is what researchers have found. People who have worked with them have found. And then the vitamin K also reduces the risk of cancer and supports the heart's function. So remember that these are some of the important things that vitamin K does in the human being. And cabbages have been found to contain some vitamin K. Another important thing that has been found in cabbage is potassium. And potassium is needed for proper functioning of all cells within the body. It regulates the heartbeat and also supports with proper functioning of muscles and nerves, as well as protein formation, and then how the carbohydrates are metabolized in the body. So these are some of the nutrients that are found within cabbage. And I've brought you some things that these nutrients do when they are taken into the body. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined us today, I'm talking about the cabbage, looking at some of the things that it does and what it contains. So just go ahead, click on that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. Also, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the sessions we bring you. And please remember, click on the share button and share with friends and family. Tell them that there's a very important program going on and they have to join. So whether you are an adult, male or female, this is good for you. And also for our children. Young people, if you are listening to us, you are preparing your own food, it will be good to include some cabbage in the things that you buy for your food. There are other nutrients within the cabbage. Manganese. I'm sure when people hear of manganese, they may think of the manganese that they know. But remember that the body also needs this to help with the work of enzymes. Enzymes are very, very important within the body because they help with the functioning of the cells and the whole body. And it also supports blood clotting, and it helps with metabolizing carbohydrates, as well as working with cholesterol and glucose, and it's involved with reproduction. So we have heard about the breast engorgement, we have heard about the menstrual pain, and now we are told that manganese is involved with reproduction. It helps with that. So eating cabbage doesn't just give you food, but it helps with some other things that go on within your body. Cabbages have been found to contain copper, and these help with absorption of iron, which means that the blood formation becomes better. And copper also boosts immunity and energy. So if somebody is lacking copper in the meal, it means that that person's energy level may be low. And I told you from the beginning that we have millions of people and billions of adults around the world who have malnutrition. And the malnutrition maybe because of the vitamins or the minerals that they have too much of or too little of. So it is important to remember that cabbages contain copper, which will help with this. And then copper is also said to stimulate brain function. So for those of us who are very, very active and always going up and down, not having enough time to rest and all that, it would be good to add some of these to our foods so that we have this. And then, interestingly, it's said to prevent premature aging. And it also protects the sheath, that's the covering around nerves. So copper is very, very, very important in the human being. Folate is another nutrient that has been found in cabbage. And a lot of people know about folate. They've heard of folic acid and folate and folic acid, folate, especially the pregnant women and others. But please remember that folate is good for blood cell formation and healthy cell growth and function. And it is very, very important, especially for young ladies, even before you get married, to have enough folate within your system. Because when it is given at that time or early part of pregnancy, it helps to prevent brain and neural tube defect. Some people deliver and they find that there's something at the back of their babies. And this folic acid, folate, will help to prevent that. And low levels are also associated with developmental delays in children. Developmental delays mean that the child will not be doing the things that children of that age do. So if it is about walking or talking or doing other things that children of that age do, this particular person with a developmental delay will not be able to do that. And then interestingly, it's also said to be useful in the management of depression. So we saw anxiety and now we are seeing depression. So it means that when you take cabbages as part of your diet, you will get something that will help you with your general well-being. This is something that we can take advantage of. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about cabbage today, and I'm going to share with you a recipe on cabbage and carrot fritters, which you can prepare at home. Try it and let's see how you feel about that. But there is some caution. It's found that it can cause bloating. And therefore, when you are eating them, you have to be careful if you have that challenge. And do not add them to food items that already cause bloating. For example, beans. Beans can cause a lot of bloating, and some other vegetables do the same. So if you have that challenge, then it's advisable to eat small amounts of that so that you don't have that challenge. But looking at all the benefits, if you eat a little at a time and maybe many times during the week or during the month, then you get the benefits as I have shared with you. Now, I'm coming on to the homemade cabbage and carrot fritters or fries, if you like. Now, the ingredients. We'll use cabbage, we'll use carrots, onions, eggs, some salt, olive oil, flour. You can use the cassava or the wheat flour, whatever is available to you. We'll use some nutmeg and some spices if you like. That is optional. Now, with the recipe, you wash and cut your cabbage and carrots into small pieces, as small as you like. You can even grate them to make them smaller. Then you boil over medium heat for about 5 minutes. Whilst it is on the fire, you can then beat the eggs. You can use 2 eggs or 1. If you are someone who is allergic to eggs, then you can omit the eggs. But if you are not, then you can add the eggs. Beat until creamy. Then after the cabbage and carrots have boiled for the 5 minutes, you take them off, let them cool. Then you add all these together. Add the boiled cabbage and carrots and mix together with the egg. You can then add a pinch of salt, grated nutmeg, just enough for you to give you that flavor and taste. And then you mix very well. Then you make them into small flat pieces and fry over low heat, turning intermittently until you get a golden color. And the oil that I used is the olive oil. And you don't want it to burn. So the fire should be as low as possible to fry the fritters or the fries for you. So that is how it is, a very simple recipe that you can use at home. You can serve on its own. You can have it as your snack, eating it alone, or you can use it as an additional thing to your meal. And where you are a vegetarian, this is something that you can use to add to your meal. So that would be very, very helpful for you. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have shared with you how to make the cabbage and carrots fritters, or if you want to call them fries, that is fine. And it's a very simple recipe, but very nutritious. And for those who are vegetarians, you can use this, you can prepare it the way we have prepared. And when you look at the photos, you see how beautiful they are. They are very, very tasty. And you can serve with other things, or you can eat it as a snack if you like. And for the pregnant women, if you have a means of doing this, that will also be helpful, because when you go to the market, you find cabbages. You don't need to prepare too much. You can try it, prepare just a bit. And this one I use just about, when you cut into pieces, see that's about half a cup. So that is enough for you. And look at the number of pieces that we had. So it is a good way of adding variety to the food that you prepare and eat. I hope you are going to try this. Try it and give me your feedback. Let me know how you feel about it. How does it taste? And anything else that you wanted to add, you could add it. And let me also add here that you can prepare it as I have done and then bake it. If you are the kind that you don't want to add oil, you can just bake it. And that would also be a very good thing for you to add to your meal. So try that and let me see how you think about it. Let me just know from your comments. Send us your comments after you have tried this recipe. Let me know how it tastes like, and we'll be very happy to also answer the comments that you have, which you share with us. Please remember that no woman should be allowed to die while she's giving life, and babies must be born alive. Get yourself a copy of the magazine, Promise from the Womb. Go to Amazon, get yourself a copy, and let's learn what to do when we are pregnant, so that pregnancy becomes a time of joy and not anxiety. And for the men, that journey belongs to both of you. So enjoy the pregnancy journey just as your wife does. Learn more about pregnancy, and let's continue talking about pregnancy whilst we try to reduce maternal and newborn deaths. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Give us thumbs up and share widely with friends and family. Let them try the recipe. Until I come your way again with another simple recipe, stay blessed. See you. Bye.